Like I'm thinking about a person that I have a conflict with. The conflict seems to be an ideology. It actually isn't. Our ways of being, the things that we talk about, the behavior is so different, and the values are so similar, but we are meeting in the defense. And that happens often, for example, in political ideology. That if you said to X and Y, do you value care of other people? What seems to one or the other is that they don't, but they often say, of course I do. Right? And it just invites a greater degree. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about what that looks like for you, rather than, well, you don't seem to show that that's how it looks. That's the meeting in the defense.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. And this is why I say conflict, it's never about conflict resolution, it's about conflict management. And so because when I feel like we can manage this, we don't have and not have to necessarily resolve it, then it means that we can actually potentially come to each other with our true values at play, as opposed to the defense that you might attack what is really important to me. Because we can just manage this. We don't have to, resolution means that we both walk away uh, feeling resolved, and that's not going to be the case a lot of times. And so when I say we just need to figure out how to manage this, then there's a bit of like, okay, then that means you're not going to try to convince me to have the same values, or you're not going to try to convince me to have the same perspective or philosophy. It means that it's sort of that like we can agree to disagree, but we can do it in a way that still keeps us connected to the larger why of our team, or the larger why of our organization, or the larger why of our family.
And then I have to examine where I want them to be different, because that's another layer that can come up. Just like I would want that kind of respect for me, the shadow of me is I actually don't want them to be this way. That's really difficult when you land in that level of self-awareness, is when you realize, hey, I want their values to be different. And then I get to be curious about that. Why? Why do I want that?